No, wait, don't do it. I'm not ready.
No, I want my mouth is falling granola bar. When you...
Hi.
Damn.
I missed you. How are
And
you?
I just met you. But this is crazy. So here's my name. Watch me, maybe. What's up? Welcome, everybody, to NyanCave. My name is Tom. This guy is
Hi, Liz.
Clay.
Hi,
that guy
Sakasagi.
is Nyandroid.
Hello, that is my name.
And today we are continuing on our journey through Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright A's attorney. And we're in kind of the second chapter.
Oh.
It's a little different because in Ace Attorney, there are trials.
Not measuring. I just move forward through time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
I
profound.
don't see a reason for labels.
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
Let's just experience the
Yeah.
now.
Let's just experience the now.
Not worry about what it's
do
called.
it. Let's just go forward. Let's just
Yeah.
switch it on over. And if you want to watch more of this, tune in on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 12:30 p.m. PDT. It'll be good.
Well, it'll definitely be.
Lafomaya.
It'll definitely be. Why label it as good? You're
Yeah.
right.
Lafomaya sounds like a stand name or something.
It
or like
sounds like
a persona.
it sounds like
Oh, I met a Japanese lady last night.
Mm-hmm.
So nice, and does really her job is stop motion animation.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm now following her on Instagram. She got some cool stuff up there.
Solving the book's puzzle revealed something really incredible. A mural, but not just any mural. It showed Labyrinthia being attacked by a large fire dragon. Did this really happen?
You know what's interesting though? Is
Oh.
it a fire? What?
Go, Nyanny.
The professor and I were separated from Miss Bella, so we tried to make our way back to the bakery. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about Isabella.
Now pause. Oh, see, you done bunged it.
May I help you?
Is it a dragon? I say the picture is not
wait,
not a
who
dragon.
dung bud what?
Clay done bunged it.
If that's a dragon, then this is Cinderella. And that's all there is to it.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Hey, Jemper, you're not late. Don't worry.
What the hell's wrong with her eyes?
Because of your help, I can now afford to buy brand new friends to keep me company.
She looks like she got that spiral energy in her eyes.
Keeping up with the fashion scene for dolls is ever so difficult when one is so far away from the rich comforts of the castle.
So is she kind of like a poser?
Yeah.
It seems that way. She got patches on her dress and everything. There is apparently this is the only time that you get to actually see Cinderella.
Cool.
You can hear hammer strikes
Well.
even at night.
He may have received an urgent order. You can tell from the sound that he's very keen on the work.
And basically, if we had missed it, then we wouldn't have it. Is all I meant. There's one more time we see her.
The town feels somewhat desolate at night, so seeing shops like this brightens up the mood a little.
You and your moods, Luke. Oh. Few lights are on at night around here, giving this place a very different atmosphere.
Do you think they have like a street snuffer who goes and snuffs out all the?
Yes,
That's cool.
for sure.
But then,
These are some fancy streetlights. What's that burning inside?
do you think he works alongside the street fluffer?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Awesome.
And the street snuffer goes by, turns off the light, and then that's when the street fluffer
comes
That's
by.
it. That's the
Turns it on.
It creeps through the night.
Ah.
That's just the fluffing noise.
That's
I see.
That's the noise he makes when he fluffs your pillows.
Yep.
For bedtime.
Yeah, definitely. What's inside your pillow? Leeches?
No, he just is like.
All right, honey.
Read the line, quick.
These are some I said it already. The fancy burning streetlights. What's that burning inside?
London streetlights used to be powered by gas, but that is not the case here.
Yeah, the night theme is real nice.
I guess moving on.
Ilkun, is that you? Eli, our good buddy.
I hope he makes a triumphant return.
Triumphant return of Eli. A pile of discarded wooden crates.
The door seemed a little ajar.
The windows are closed, but the first floor lights are on.
Very few people are out and about at this hour. Streets empty out as night sets in.
Witches found their way even into the professor's office. Doors and shutters won't keep them out.
Yeah, oh yeah, says Luke, as if it wasn't his fault.
I know, right?
You let the bird in.
Yeah,
Well, it was still a bird.
Well, it was, yeah, exactly. Oh, look at this dove flying in through the rain. I'm gonna let it inside. I guess it's a nice thing to do. Fine, Luke. I understand that your reasoning, and I would probably do the same thing, but I can't be mad about it.
Kittens on the highway. Better not save them in case they're witches.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case they might be witches.
Yeah,
never
just
know.
in case.
Oh no, a puppy's left behind. It could,
Let's be honest.
It could actually be a Cerberus.
That bird was in no danger at all.
It was lightning outside.
It was fine.
Have you ever seen birds being struck by lightning?
No.
It's terrifying.
Why are you watching birds get struck by lightning?
I'm not. I made it up.
Oh, you're throwing the lightning bolt at them like a
crap.
benevolent god.
Hey, Professor, the minstrel is singing a song again.
I believe you're right, Luke. Let's go and listen while taking care not to disturb him.
Just this. Okay, fantastic.
The crowd they thronged. In the afternoon sun, the story was told, and the creator was done. Oh, what a tale. The story is so fearful. Oh, what confusion. No one was cheerful. Oh, this Bardley bard named Bardley must tell you without fail, as it is his duty to relate to you his tale. In the darkness of the night, when the sun hath gone down, the shadow of the witch shall appear. I don't know, man. This song seems less inspired than the other ones.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate couple, walking in the darkness, shall come unerringly to the witch. And bathed in the witch's fire, their lives will be consumed by the flames. Oh, the story you hear today is terrible, you have to say.
Things got a little dark.
He did it. He did. He made.
He did it. He did it.
That was nice.
I like the metal remix.
The cat that was here earlier has gone off somewhere.
Great observation, Luke.
Actually,
Thanks.
that's different.
Yeah.
It might have gone out for a patrol around its territory.
Because it's a witch.
Not everything's a witch. Well, in medieval times, everything was a witch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cats sleep so much during the day that they're full of energy at night.
If it burns it, it's a witch.
If it floats, it's a witch.
That was a thing
If
they
it
did.
drowns, it's a person.
Also, a person. But they had they got the luxury of being not a witch after they died.
Yeah, what was it? It's like you jump off the cliff, you fly, you're a witch, and you were evil anyway, but if you die, well then
Yeah, we messed up.
you
but
weren't a
good
witch
thing.
and you're going to heaven or
Yeah,
something.
good for you not being a witch. We were wrong.
The fountain looks so marvelous illuminated by the lights.
They don't seem to use electricity for light. There must be torches on the inside of the trough at the base. Trough?
Trough.
Man, if you want to give up on humanity, watch The Crucible.
Ah.
The statue has a different air about it at night.
But not life, people.
Doesn't seem to be open for business at night either.
The lights are on upstairs, but maybe the shopkeeper's unwell.
We should put our time to better use than waiting around for the shop to open. Let's go back.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's not going to be any more, whoop. Hey, what's going on, Blood Kitten? Thank you.
Anywhere I need to go, Nyanny, before I do
Not
this?
that I know of. A bard tells true stories as well as made-up stories through songs. He was mainly telling how he feels, and everyone else in his own way. Also, since the library lady's gonna hoard all the puzzles, you don't have to look everywhere for them, right?
Oh, mostly. Hey! Wait, why right in the dick?
There's no dick here. Because I find it fun.
Thank you, Blood Kitten.
Also, you get the story out of them, too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Like,
Uh-oh.
do I remind him?
Not good. What shall I do?
What's the matter? Is something troubling you, madam?
Season with.
Oh, yes, it certainly is. Troubling me, I mean. Today's story is just so frightening. You mean the story with the witch? So you're afraid too? Well, duh. Of course I'm afraid, but I'm the courier. That means one thing. My post will always be delivered, no exceptions, no matter what. Courier? I guess it's like a postwoman, right? I wouldn't know about that. I just deliver these letters to the townspeople. Postwoman. What comes after woman? But now everyone's afraid, so no one's going out. And so, there are way more than usual letters, letters that need delivering.
We'd be delighted to offer our help. Is there some way we could lend you a hand?
Thank you for the offer, but there's nothing you can do. Delivering these letters is my responsibility, you see.
Well, that's impressive. You know what else is impressive? Letting us play the game at the pace that we see fit. Thanks. We love you, though. Even at a time like this, you're putting your work first.
Well, I suppose, but you know what? I can't help but think, if only there was something I could ride. That would make it so much easier. The delivery, I mean.
Oh my god, she's a witch.
Here, have this broom.
And then as far as a official statement, as with everything, thanks so much for the comment, Blood Kitten, but we are going to play the game as we are going to play it, and we don't need recommendations or suggestions that way. If we do need anything, we will absolutely ask for it.
We have a lot of mods who are like,
Right on point.
yeah,
So good.
yeah.
Ride the
They'll get us
starry
there.
road to the other
They'll get us
side. The star-filled road is the only way across. Unfortunately, the path is not quite so simple. You can ride the top of the road as well as below it, but which will get you across safely? Slide the stylus across the touchscreen to move the camera and get a better view of the winding path. No way.
Wait, what?
I think I can ride the top or the bottom. I have to pick. Touch the orb on the touchscreen below and slide the stylus in any direction to view the starry road from different angles. When you're done, input your answer. You'll be able to select from 2 possible answers, up or down. You can change your answer at any time before you touch submit.
I get what we're doing here.
Yeah, touch submit and the cart will carry off on the road. Get the cart to safely cross the side.
Yeah, I was like, but why does it matter? But in the end, it's what you're really trying to do is make sure that you land the correct way up.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise he's gonna go face first into the cliff.
Well, it's Luke, so I mean, like, we should just send him, right? Only Pickerats weren't on the line.
Who the fuck thought of this road? What the actual heck did they
I
smoke?
think it's gonna be up, but it is all you can change. There's only angles, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so like,
Why don't you
it
take
goes down, and then he's upside down.
Well, it why we work from the end, right? From the side we gotta stay up on. Whoop. Can we get a crank from the other side, just like the other direction, and up? Whoop. Yeah. So the other whoop. And how much control of this do you have?
This is it.
And you can't go up, like in this corner, you can't look upwards or like change the angle to look more down at the thing. Oh yeah, there we go.
Well, we know this is Earth because there's Orion.
There we are. Okay, and hold on, pause it there for a second. Ooh. And now crank it, or whatever you want to do, change it around. Okay, cool. More. Yeah, whatever you want to do, keep moving it. You can keep moving it around just because it'll give us different angles and stuff. Yeah, I think it's up.
Yeah, I think it's up too.
Yeah. Yep, I feel good about up. I hope they show us what it looks like.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go on a magical star ride.
Oh. Yes!
See what you think of this.
I think I'm sad that you're still uninjured, Luke. I mean,
He's a good boy.
you surfed the stars to safety.
If only I had a cart like that, I could deliver all the letters. I just drop them down from the sky.
Put one wrong foot and you'll fall out. Oh, there it is. You at least need a seatbelt.
Okay, Chan! Thank you so much! And hit it, Nyanny.
2 months already. I love you guys so much and keep doing what you do.
Aw,
Heart
thank you.
emoji.
Oh, thank you so much, K-Chan.
Wait, that's not a heart emoji. Less than 3.
Less than 3.
Right. Or is it greater than 3? Less than 3.
A seed bolt? What's that? Anyway, I'd better go. I can't keep talking. Got letters to deliver. And remember, let me know if you have anything to deliver. Letters, I mean. Bye.
Thank you so much, K-Chan. And for everyone that is a member of the channel or you want to support the channel, thank you so much. It's how we keep doing these things. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday, 7 p.m. For our Twitch. Sorry, our members only date night. That's the one.
Archaeologists learn about ancient cultures by examining sundries like this. Okay, well, I'm satisfied for the most part. Whee!
Professor, I smell freshly baked bread. I wonder if that could be Mrs. Eclair's work. She's married. Let's go inside.
Yes, we could. Although, we could also take a walk around the town at night. If there's nothing else you'd particularly like to see, perhaps we should head back in.
I should very much like to see a loaf of bread in my mouth.
Evening, gents. Isn't Espella with you?
Do you know Espella?
Do I know her? There isn't a person in this town who doesn't know Espella.
I didn't realize she was so famous.
I've known some ignorant people, but you two really take the biscuit. If I knew her, if you knew her better, then I doubt you'd be spending so much time with her.
What's that supposed to mean? Espella's a lovely person. I don't know how you can say something like that.
Personally, I don't enjoy talking about her in that way either.
It's just she did turn into a giant dragon that one time and burned down the town.
Burned down the whole town.
Ooh, phosphorescent anglerfish.
And that would be Octopus over there. It looks belligerent and ready to spray at the potential buyer with ink.
They've sold out of most of their products today.
There's a butcher next to the fishmonger. It's still open.
Extended opening hours? That's convenient. Do you think they take pounds and pennies?
Oh, Luke. I think we've all got a bit hungry. I think we've all got a bit hungry. We seem to be noticing only food. This is the entrance to the bakery. Shall we go in? Woo!
Wow.
Oh, welcome back. I prepared the evening meal already.
Wow, it looks great.
Hang on, where's Espella?
I'm afraid we were separated when she went to get that milk. Has she not come back yet?
Oh dear, maybe I was asking too much of her.
My apologies. I should have stopped her had I had the chance.
Oh, it's nothing you need to worry about, Mr. Layton. That girl knows her way around. I'm sure she'll be back soon. Let's go ahead and eat while we're waiting for her.
I love it when we all get to eat together. Meals are so much more enjoyable that way.
I've never had bread and jam that tasted this good before.
I hope Espella gets back soon.
Oh yeah, you guys went out to the Great Archive with her, didn't you?
Did you find what you were looking for? Well, it's a bit of a mystery, really. What do you mean? In truth, we went there to investigate the mystery that is Labyrinthia. However, what we found instead was quite the puzzle. Oh, right. A puzzle, huh?
You know, I get the impression puzzles are pretty popular in this town. Do you know what a puzzle is, Nick? Not that I know exactly.
Well, we spend all our time baking. It's not really the kind of thing we're supposed to know about, I guess.
What is your purpose?
I bake the bread.
That's
Oh,
right.
Dear God. Indeed. It appears the two of you are a little unsure about the concept of puzzles.
Say, Mr. Layton, do you think that you could give us a Puzzle 101 crash course? I'm kind of curious.
Do you believe this is the baton pass?
Oh, maybe. It would be my pleasure, Miss Faye. But rather than explaining it in words, I believe actually trying your hand at a puzzle would be far more rewarding. Here, I'll give you both a simple example to think about. Now then, here we have two long loaves of bread placed side by side. You'll notice that they form the number 11. Do you see what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get it.
Bless you.
Probably. So, that's what a puzzle is?
Nailed it. Not quite, Miss Faye. The puzzle is what follows next. What I'd like for you to do is, try is this. I'd like you to see if you can change this number to a number lower than 11. A lower number? So how about if I take one of the loaves? However, the one condition is that you must add another loaf of exactly the same type.
What?
You need to add another loaf? Even though we add a loaf, the number must be lower? I think I'm beginning to see what you mean by puzzle.
Wait, I think I've got it.
No, it's impossible.
I may just be a baker, but I bet I have the right answer. If I place the extra loaf sideways like this, then 1 minus 1 equals 0.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Oh, so good.
Oh, give me a break, Nick. That's totally the letter H. We're trying to solve a puzzle here, not win a spelling bee.
Oh, come on. I can't be the only one that sees 1 minus 1, right? Right? Turning into a matter of arithmetic is certainly an interesting approach. You, think so? Most certainly. That's precisely the kind of flexible thinking needed for solving puzzles. Now, let's think again.
Take a seat and leave this to a pro, Nick. How about this? You just take this new loaf and ta-da! Now that's 1 minus 1.
Oh my god. Hey! Eating is cheating!
Really? Because it feels more like winning to me.
You're full of sorry. You're full of surprises, Miss Faye. I didn't expect that kind of innovation.
I solved the puzzle and enjoyed the bread. Win-win, baby.
But didn't Mr. Layton tell us at the start that we needed to add another loaf of the exact same type?
Huh? Seriously?
That's right. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't accept this as a solution to the puzzle.
Well, all right, but is there really another better solution?
Well, what do you think? Can either of you think of a different solution?
It's like he's talking to children.
A little
I'm
bit.
drawing a blank, I guess.
I'm drawing a blank. I guess this kind of thing just isn't for me.
You both came up with such...
You both came up with such creative answers. I'm sure you'll be solving puzzles in no time. The names are in the little
In the little, little box.
window, yeah, the little box window
Yeah.
there.
See, I was just
Yeah.
going based on intuition. For
I
the whole-
see,
the
I see,
past
yeah.
4 games.
Yeah,
I see now why that's a mistake.
yeah. Usually read the name first. But now,
So shit. Sorry. I don't know. I was no. You go. You go. Sorry.
yeah, it's time for the solution. The important thing in this puzzle solution is the angle of the loaf that is added. If the new loaf is placed upright, like so,
Oh man, that's the solution.
To stand a loaf of bread on its end?
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how round things work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. It's my turn to speak. It's the number 1.1, right?
hey, that's right. That's a lot lower than 11. Is it actually 1.1? Wow.
What do you mean? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could do that.
Yeah.
I thought like maybe like an upright 3 would make a Roman numeral 3 or something, but
I was thinking like,
Upright.
add it diagonally and then maybe like it would be
solve
like,
for
oh,
n.
It'd be like a weird 2 on its side, you know?
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, if those two had to stay the same way.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I didn't know they had to say it the same way. And yo, 90-degree angel, thank you so much for the YouTube membership.
That gets me every time. I want to say angle.
I know.
90-degree angle.
I know.
Gets me every time.
Well, because that's also a nickname, too. I think that was the
Why
original.
does-
Add another loaf to it
okay.
too and make a 3, right?
My keyboard just randomly stops working and it's very...
Try changing the port.
Tried changing your port.
Heyo.
Exactly. When solving puzzles, there's never just one correct method. It's essential to think flexibly and try many different means to solve it. Sometimes critical thinking is the key to success. Right, I see what you mean. These puzzles are really something else.
Damn, 90-degree angle, chill. Damn it, I keep correcting it. But thank you so much. And what do we got? What do we got? Gotta get going through chat.
90 degree.
Exclamation point, 90 degree.
Get yourself in that raffle.
Well, if I see another puzzle like this, I'd still rather eat my way to the solution.
You know, I don't think I'm cut out for brain-busting bread puzzles like this. I'll stick with good old regular bread, thanks.
That's because we're ace bakers. I guess we're just better suited to using our hands than our heads.
Is that so? In truth, I can't help but feel you're both a little out of place as bakers. If you'll pardon me saying so. Naturally, I won't force puzzles upon you. Really? Really, Layton? Really? Really?
It'd be the first time ever.
But if either of you should be interested, I would heartily recommend giving puzzle solving a try.
Professor, right now there's something else we need to try. Mrs. Leclerc's freshly baked bread is getting cold. And I'm sure it tastes better hot.
It does. Oh, fresh baked
Oh
buns.
dear, so it is. You know how I can get when it comes to puzzles.
You know how I get when it comes to hot, steamy buns.
Oh, well, young man, I must say it's a pleasure to have someone show such appreciation for my baking.
When it comes to your buns, Mrs. Leclerc, there's no limit to how much I could eat.
Oh, I would never stop you from eating my buns.
I like the buns. Luke!
You shouldn't have said that.
What?
My, aren't you a darling? Well then, in that case, I suppose I'll just have to bring out my special reserve.
So Patty seems kind of insane.
Hold on a moment, I'll just go fetch it.
Right, I think it's time we started preparing tomorrow's bread.
Yes, me too, I'm sure. It must be that time already.
Professor, what was that all about?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do seem struck by the sudden sense of impending doom.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. There you go, have at it. But be warned, I won't take kindly to any leftovers.
It's like that scene from Matilda. Whoa, this loaf. Wait, where did those two go? Miss Maya? Mr. Wright?
Luke, it would appear that we have been left to tackle this particular task alone.
Is it gonna be a puzzle? Please let it be a puzzle. How to eat the loaf? Aww.
How are they smiling?
I'm stuffed.
I believe this must be the most bread I've ever eaten in my life.
Wait a sec. I've just realized. We've finished eating, but Isabella isn't back yet.
I don't know, Sagasi. I've eaten some pretty thick bread. Like, you can get it pretty damn dense.
Yeah.
She went to the market, didn't she? Perhaps you ought to...
Oh my, customers at this late hour? I'm sorry, but we are closed.
Oh, no! It's the police!
Oh. That's it. There's the man over there.
So he's the one, is he?
Oh, just a minute. What do you think you are doing barging in here like this?
Stand aside, madam. This is a matter of urgency.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
You there, porcupine head. You're coming with us.
What? Huh? Porcupine head?
Nice
You don't
throwback.
mean me, do you?
Who else in this room fits that description?
Layton, like, intensive hat.
Titan's hat.
Certainly.
Matthew, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2.
Thank you for joining the membership
You do appreciate
by clicking that
it.
little join button.
Yeah, right beside there. I hope to see you in our Discord server link down below. We've got a members chat there where we hang out. And also our Thursday 7 p.m. date nights.
Glory to
Thank you.
NyanCave.
Lord NyanCave, yo.
Glory to NyanCave.
I'm also digging the name, by the way.
And yeah, make sure to use the tax benefits. They're great. Certainly. You would appear to be alone on that particular front. Ah. I wish I had a top hat too right about now.
Enough of your idle chit-chat. Time to get going.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it should be quite obvious. You're coming to the court, of course.
The court?
What? Mr. Wright, what have you done?
Well, yeah, Nick, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. The only thing you could accuse me of is making bread that's too good to eat. Man, Nick is really passionate about bread. It's really fun.
This man is not the one who's on trial.
Oh. Wait, what?
Oh, he's got a lawyer.
In that case, why is Mr. Wright being made to go to court?
That is simple, because the girl has requested him, of course.
Oh my
The
god.
frame rate right now.
Yeah, frame rate was just like, no thanks.
Nope.
I don't want to be
Girl?
anymore.
What girl?
Naturally, the girl facing trial for this evening's crime.
Uh-oh.
Again.
That heinous witch, Miss Aspella Cantabella, no less.
Oh no.
It's because 3 of them are on the screen at once.
Yeah.
The captain's knight model must be really intense.
Damn it!
You missed a bookcase.
Oh, that was Dewey's.
Probably
Dewey's.
was Dewey's.
Dewey.
Dewey. Do you?
Hey, this is a really good game. It's a really good game. I'm quite enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Yeah. Spell trying to beat by his record of getting arrested. She's catching up fast.
Yeah, she really is.
This is nice. It's like the opening to Card Captors, the Mystic Adventure.
Mystic adventure.
It's no longer like Card Captors, Mystic Adventure.
Card captors
That's
carry
for all
buckets for all time. That's no milk.
We don't want no fuss and we don't want to hurt you, all right?
Yeah, we just want your money, that's all.
And you'll give it to us, won't you, without any fuss?
Echinase!
Oh, she got that magic though.
Oh my god,
Fucking rip.
she straight up murdered 2 people. Like, I get the robbers.
Oh, that's a shitty way to go too.
Oh my god, burning alive? Yeah.
Sorry, man.
I like mages.
The fire
Witch. Explosion.
Explosion!
Oh man. Oh! Thank you, Mr. Megassi!
Baker, you are under arrest for making 2 delicious bread.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr. Ross.
you! I'm glad that, you know
My
what?
only crime is making bread that's too good.
I appreciate you the support and also making sure that the world knows.
Thank you. What is this place? The room is lit, but it's somehow
Fam.
dark, and the atmosphere feels heavy.
Nick, what are we gonna do? What are we doing in a place like this?
How should I know? We're just a couple of bakers, but I don't think they brought us here to make bread. Yikes. Is it me or is that guard staring daggers at us right now?
Mr. Wright, Maya!
Spella, what exactly is going on?
Ooh, rats.
I'm sorry. I was the one who sent for you both.
You sent for us?
I'm being put on trial.
Wait, what? What happened?
I don't know. I just don't understand what's going on. I didn't do anything wrong. I couldn't possibly murder anyone.
Murder?
Yeah, they're fucking dead.
She did do it though.
I beg you, Mr. Wright. Please, I need your help. Just one more time.
Huh? You need my help? What can I possibly do? Spella, I'm just a baker. The only thing I know about law is how not to get on the wrong side of it.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on a sec. Spella, what did you just say? You said you needed Nick's help just one more time?
One more time.
Gonna celebrate.
Oh, me too. I was thinking the same thing.
All right.
I'm not quite sure myself, but when the knights came and took me, a vision suddenly appeared in my mind. It was Mr. Wright. He was fighting for me, defending me. That brave blue figure. It was as clear as day.
I was fighting for you.
Oh, The music is so good. I got shivers.
Bum, 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 bum. No way. That's impossible. I mean, it's like I already said. I'm just a baker. I have a hard enough time rolling dough, let alone defending someone in court.
I thought the same thing too at first, but I don't think that's quite true. You and Maya, at some time, somewhere, you helped me. You fought for me as a defender.
A defender?
I think he's gonna find his badge and go like, oh my god.
What's wrong, Nick?
I wish I knew Maya, but hearing Espella mention a defender, I can't help but feel something inside of me just burning at the mention of it.
And then Tommy Tuna and Eli Eel come into the courtroom and help Nick win the case. And everybody's happy and Gumshoe is there. And they all high five.
Yeah, it's only confetti because he just won already.
And then everyone clapped.
Okay, defender. It's time. Head forth, you two.
Head forth? Where are we going exactly?
The courtroom in which today's trial will be taking place in the Chamber of Fire. Of course. Obviously. Idiots.
Chamber?
Of fire?
What?
I'll make haste if you are, but don't a moment late. A guilty verdict will be delivered immediately.
What? No way.
Mr. Wright, I'm truly sorry, Mr. Wright. I know this is all so sudden. It's a lost cause, isn't it?
Well then, let's head inside, Espella.
Huh?
This overwhelming pressure. It feels so familiar somehow. Almost like deja vu.
I can just imagine like Professor Layton running up to Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright, did you put Espella in the Chamber of Fire?
Harry Potter in the Chamber of Fire.
Mr. Wright.
Let's go, Maya. Maybe we'll get a better idea once the trial gets underway.
All right, Nick, let's do it.
Oh, wow.
This is kind of like a hell.
This heat.
Think Von
It's
Karma
like
gonna
an
be here?
oven in here.
I will now pronounce the verdict. This court finds the accused guilty of being a witch.
Oh, they made it. Oh,
no!
Please, please, I beg you to reconsider. I'm not.
Witches are to be cast straight into the hellfire!
what the fuck is this game?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this game?
So this is the witch's court.
Remember in the last games when nothing like
Bad happened.
it was, but that was actually horrifying.
Is that why they call them grills?
Get the fuck out of here.
So, how are you feeling, you idiot?
This is a kid's game.
You know?
Probably.
You know?
I'd forgotten what this felt like up until now.
Oh, Zero says you're fired. I don't think it meant to be a pun, but it definitely was.
Huh?
The butterflies in my stomach, and the tension is so thick you could slice it with a knife. All of these feelings. These are all feelings that I'm definitely familiar with. Anyway,
No, Raven, no.
we're here to fight for Espella and get her out of this place.
That's right. I'm gonna forget that I saw a woman be brutally burnt alive against her own will.
Session for the trial of Espella Cantabella.
Well, I'm glad the judge came back.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Like-
definitely him.
Oh, yeah.
The
It
cultist
is-
look is really good on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh wait, what cultist? That's the official Nyan robe that we're
Yeah.
gonna launch soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Coming out.
For Brother James
People are
and Brother
gonna
Deej.
believe you, man.
Brother
You can't
Pig.
just say these things.
What?
Brother James and Brother Deej. They're going to be
Brother
the official,
James.
the official model of
Yes.
the new, totally not a cult hood.
Oh,
Sister
Judge.
Lisa.
Defender,
Yes, Your Honor?
yours is a face I've not seen in any past trials. But no matter. Start by stating your name, Defender.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Phoenix Wright, Ace Baker.
A baker?
The same sprites. This is so good.
Yeah.
So glad he made a comeback.
Remember when they burned that young girl alive?
Oh. Yeah, I can't
do.
forget.
Blood Kitten! Come on. Everyone knows that witches are cast into the fire, and I think it's T for teen rather than E for everyone.
Like, I mean, teens. You could be 13. And
Like it's especially horrific because like it's just a metal casing thrown into fire.
Oh, yeah.
Like
So you would, yeah.
Let's
it would,
not think of the logistics of it a little too hard.
But you
Thank you
can't
for
not.
subscribing. Iliad Oyalum.
You subscribe during that, Iliod. You are
Thanks, Blood Kitten.
savage.
I asked him to come, my lord. I want him to represent me. This court dictates that the accused is free to assign a defender of their choosing, my lord.
Very well. At any rate, the result of this trial shall not change.
Ace Baker.
That aside, I've not yet seen hide nor hair of the Inquisitor assigned to this trial.
Oh well, looks like the late. That's a not guilty verdict. Not about to wrap this case up. Let's go home, everybody.
Wrap it on up. It's great.
Inquisitor? Oh, right. I should have noticed earlier. No one's there.
Should the assigned Inquisitor fail to appear in court, I will have no choice but to dismiss all charges.
Nice,
He is
nice.
an Inquisitor of high caliber, but if he does not come forward soon, this trial will end, and victory will then be declared in favor of this baker.
Oh, it's looking good for us so far. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Hold it. God damn it, if it's Edgeworth. I swear to God. Buddy, you're a small man.
Watching too much of Knight's Tale. Oh, here it is.
He's beautiful.
Ah, there he is. It's funny they showed him to us in stained glass.
Knights of the court, I have but one question for you both. Are you prepared to cross swords?
Wait, swords? I thought this was court.
I, Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum, am indeed prepared to do battle, my lord.
Who's he sound like?
Who does he sound like?
He reminds me of the guy who played oh god, the villain in A Knight's Tale. I can't remember his name. He's a very famous actor though.
Billy Zane.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Something amiss, Baker?
You pull out a baguette.
Sorry, Your Honor. I just didn't realize we could have swords here in the courtroom.
It is the way of the court knight. A knight must always ensure that he rides with a blade at his side. Now then, state your name, Sir Blue Knight.
Oh, we just got knighted.
Nice.
Huh?
Huh. All right.
My name's Phoenix Wright. I'm a baker.
Thanks, GT.
How many times will they make me say it?
A baker?
Nick, quit with the long face. You look miserable.
No need to waste your breath. This trial will be over before you can utter a single objection.
Oh, I don't think you know who you're dealing with.
For the security of all of Labyrinthia, my blade shall rend your defenses swiftly and without mercy.
Oh my.
That's it, Barnum. Put another one out of that misery.
Some kind of weird spectator sport.
Straw's pointless. Hand down the verdict already.
Put that doughy defender on trial too, I say.
Also, really hard to notice, but Barnum is a pun for Burnham.
Oh.
Yeah. Barnum. Oh boy, what's all this excitement? You'd hardly think this was a courtroom. The crowd doesn't seem very interested in law, that's for sure. Chat, whose side are you on, chat? Jesus.
Guys, he's gonna barn Espella.
The crowd doesn't seem very interested in law, that's for sure. It's like they're all just hoping for a guilty verdict. Oh, that's gross.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin your opening statement.
As you wish, my lord. First, let us begin by recounting the events leading up to the murder. Is that acceptable, Sir Apprentice Baker?
You know, like, honestly, the Baker would be better suited for the Inquisitor position, for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. As you wish.
The murder occurred in this very evening. Yesterday, there was a heavy rainfall in the area. Eventually, it gave way to sunshine, which came just in time for today's parade. Although a few hours after the parade ended, the rain set in once more.
That must have been when Espella and the others were at the Great Archive.
It continued to rain until just before the incident, which took place on a small path leading to the market. The accused has been out doing some shopping at the market. She returned home on that very same path. And on the forest path, two rogues named Robs and Muggs are said to have accosted an accused.
Really? They were doomed from the outset with names like that.
Yeah, really.
Can't my name just be Robert? No, you are Robs.
One could assume that the accused simply acted in self-defense.
I see. Robs and Muggs. Those two have appeared in court a number of times in the past.
Two rogues, huh?
So far, it appears that the accused was more the victim. However, her situation soon changed. That's right. The accused, Espella Cantabella, knowingly and mercilessly murdered her two assailants.
Cantabella.
Edgar, isn't she?
I always knew that she looked suspicious.
Shh, not so loud.
Yikes. There's that weird excitement again.
I believe we now fully grasp what happened. It is getting late already. Let us begin the trial. Inquisitor Barnum, you may now begin.
As you wish, my lord. The Inquisition will now hear eyewitness testimony regarding the night of the murder.
Eyewitness testimony, huh? Looks like this trial's finally getting underway. I can't back down now. I have to fight. But I'm just a simple bread-making baker, living a simple life, simple bread-making life. This situation is more twisted than a pretzel, and I'm smack in the middle of it. But, oh, sorry. But I have to do this to save Espella. Okay, let's see if I can untwist this testimony and put this thing to bread.
There's a lot of really good name puns being thrown around.
Oh.
GD said, I think Nick should get a name change so he doesn't get mistaken as Robs and Muggs' accomplice. Because he can...
Robs, Muggs, and Nick?
Yeah. Nick something from someone.
Allow me to welcome you all now. Would each of you please state your name and occupation?
Hold it! Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
As I already explained, Sir Apprentice Baker, this is the eyewitness testimony.
Oh, yeah. That's so weird, actually. I think there is a little bit of an audio delay.
I know. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna turn this off and on again. Boop. Boop. Let's see if that fixes it. Capture cards sometimes do this.
That seems better.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yes, I understand that, but there are 4 witnesses.
Indeed, this many people inside the courtroom could pose a health and safety issue, especially
And
with
an
all this
issue.
fire everywhere. Jesus Christ.
Your Honor, that's not quite what I meant. Oh, good old judgy. Witness testimonies are supposed to be done one by one, as in one witness at a time.
What are you talking about, child? We'd be here all night if we did that.
That's right, young man. We have witnessed the very hand of fate reaching out to us this evening.
Could we hurry this along, perhaps?
I think I found the actual witch.
Uh-huh.
She's a killer.
Yeah.
Queen.
These flowers won't sell themselves, as much as my boss wishes they would.
Eris, is that you? Oh, man. I can't wait to dye Nick's hair blonde. Don't you both go at once?
Hey man, I got 2 ladies I got a voice here.
Yeah, it's you, Tom.
Plus Espella Cantabella.
The path to knighthood is an arduous one, but I remain steadfast in my resolve as I travel down this long road.
And here he goes again on his own. Idle, the only one the road has ever known.
The only one I've ever known.
Like an idol.
I shall not falter. I will be victorious. Who cares? Just question them all at once.
We already know the girls in the cage did it. Let's get on with it.
Why aren't you dancing? Yeah, finish it already. I'd like to go back home and get to bed.
These people don't need to be here.
Witness, again, state your name and occupation.
Okay, yeah.
Witnesses.
I know that people don't have to be there, but you don't have to watch anime before you go to bed, but you do.
Yeah, but I don't tell it to get on with it.
Sometimes you're like, me, just get on with it and watch the anime so I can go to sleep.
And you also certainly go like, okay, this part's a little bit slow, dragging. Like, come on, let's get to the parts of the story.
No,
You've never in your life ever one time been like, oh man, this is a bit of a filler piece of.
Maybe if I was watching it a second time, but no, not otherwise.
Yeah, no, not otherwise. No.
You've never thought there's been a filler piece of anything you've ever watched.
No, never.
You guys are
Okay.
fucking
I might have just stopped
lying.
watching something.
Let me tell you
that's
something
interesting.
about Clay, Tom. There is a show called Haruhi.
Yeah.
Where there are 8 episodes that are practically identical in every way.
Yeah.
And we watched every single one.
yeah.
I'm like, we don't have to watch that. Like they're the same.
So you,
Clay.
but you thought, you thought they're the same.
No,
when
because
had
I
to watch
watched them and I was like, it's Clay, they're the same. Really, it's okay because I already watched them all.
I just wanted to experience it myself. It's an
It's fine.
experience
Yeah,
to watch the same episode 8 times.
You watch it. It's all fine. But I'm saying like, I can't. It's hard for me to comprehend that you've never in your life. Not that you skipped it, but thought, okay, guys, this scene's dragging a bit.
8 episodes, Tom.
And you never even thought, oh, this is dragging a bit.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
Then that's enough.
Yeah.
It's like, literally, that's all he says. Get on with it. Come on, get to the trial.
Not really.
Okay, that's fine. You can be pretentious.
I wasn't like get on with it. I was just like,
Where's
was like,
this going?
Yeah, there's like a stress involved with it,
Yeah.
and that's like part of the experience.
Yeah.
You can't understand unless you've sat through the Endless 8.
That's insane. And I thought it'd be even more messed
Be right
up
back.
to watch the Endless 8 over 8 weeks. That would be
God.
painful. Anyways. Yes, I have played Bravely Default Gray, and I enjoyed it.
I am known as the wordsmith. But what is a name? Doth one describe an occupation like bubbling a babbling brook? I flow gracefully around the rocks and debris. That is life, nary a worry in my mind.
Right. So I guess that means he's jobless.
My name is Mary, and this darling kid is Snowy.
Bah.
Mary had a little goat.
Snowy and I often travel to the edge of town to sell delicious fresh milk. Milk like that doesn't happen overnight. I work my hands to the bone, squeezing each drop out, literally.
That sounds pretty frightening.
I'm Kira. I'm a flower seller. If you would all be so kind, feel free to purchase one of my beautiful flowers at any time during the trial.
She's a witch burner.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'll sell them all by morning. Oh, the life of a flower girl is so hard.
Yeesh. Talk about a hard sell.
My name is Nidal. I aim to join our town's orders of the knights. I study night and day, though I am still but a mere squire.
I realize his eyebrows are swords.
Yeah, they are. Broadswords
Or
with these
penises,
broad
actually.
shoulders. Joining the Knights of the Inquisition is my life's ambition, and I, Nidal, will do whatever is necessary to join.
So he's jobless too.
Honorable witnesses, I ask that you show this court your best when delivering your testimonies. Now, tell us what exactly you all saw on that ill-fated eve.
What we saw tonight.
The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated the air, and the soft light shone faintly in the distance.
Moggs grabbed the girl by the arm. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground. I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, these two villainous men burst into flames.
There was no trace of fire to be seen in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used.
Magic?
Sir Apprentice Baker, you may now begin your interrogation.
I have but one piece of advice. I suggest you pay it heed. Do not waste the court's time by grilling these witnesses over irrelevant nonsense, Sir Baker Apprentice.
Press everything on everything. Oh, got it.
Are you all right, Nick? They sure love calling you an apprentice baker, huh?
I'll be honest with you, Maya. I have no idea how I'm feeling right now, but I know it's all up to me. As her defender, Espella's fate is in my hands.
Hey, what's up, Luigi?
I have to believe in her, and I need to start believing in myself. I can do this. I believe Espella's innocent, and I'll fight until the end to prove it.
Yeah, that's the spirit. We can do this thing, Nick.
Oh, cool. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated the air. A soft shone faintly in the distance.
Case outline. Accused, Espella Cantabella. Charges the use of witchcraft to burn 2 male victims alive. Oof.
Like... Okay.
Oh, I like how our little exclamation points are now little shields.
I know, right?
Of justice.
Shields of justice. The defendant accused of witchcraft and killing 2 men with a fire spell. 2 victims killed with magic when threatening the defendant. A witness passionate about becoming a knight, currently unemployed. A witness, owner of a farm near the market, seems to have a fixation with goat's milk. Weird. A witness, flower girl, who thinks only about leaving the court ASAP to sell her flowers. Oh, man.
Pretty suspicious.
She's pretty suspicious. I hate to say it. A witness, mysterious old guy, totally detached from reality.
Okay.
Hold it!
What time would that be exactly?
Dinner time. When else would the scent of dinner be in the air if not dinner time, do you see?
Not so much.
The sun had already set by that time. That should be adequate.
The sun had already set. So you clearly witnessed what happened tonight, is that correct?
I have been dubbed a witness, thus I must clearly have witnessed something. Do you see?
In that case, how much light was there in the immediate area at that time?
Enough to see the nose on my face, but not enough to see the trees ahead. Do you see?
No, that doesn't add up. If the area was completely dark, then you couldn't possibly have witnessed anything. Do you see?
Nevertheless, something caught my eye. It was the most ominous sight. Ominous is what the sight was.
Okay, I get it. It was ominous.
Objection.
Poor form, Sir Apprentice Baker. I hate to disappoint you, but there was, in fact, light in the area.
Huh.
Take a look at this. This is a drawing of the crime scene based on the witnesses' accounts, as penned by the court illustrator.
The court illustrator? I've never heard of that before.
Look carefully. This shows what the scene looked like at the time of the murder.
Oh. Wait a second, that's a bot. What?
An illustration of the highest quality as always. Honestly, it's pretty good.
It's pretty dang good.
Now then, we have established that by the time the Nutmore murder occurred, the sun had already set. And so, naturally, the defendant was carrying a firelit lantern, as we can see.
A lantern?
Eureka, indeed, yes, that is what I was saying earlier. There was a lantern, I say. Do you see?
Oh, please. You totally forgot.
To be honest, I did not imagine it would be necessary to present this, but... My lord, here's the lantern in question. This is what was responsible for the light illuminating the area.
Oh, well. The court accepts this into evidence.
The glass is broken and it's covered in mud.
Speaking of which, Inquisitor Barnum, in this drawing, the accused seems to be holding a milk bucket of sorts. What became of this?
That... It is a strange case indeed, my lord. That bucket seemingly disappeared from the murder scene.
The milk bucket disappeared, you say?
There has been talk of wolves living in the nearby forest. It is thought that they often make off with items they find on the ground.
Great. Wolves that steal your stuff. Remind me to never set foot in that forest.
This is great, Nick. We've got new evidence now.
Ah, yeah. I guess you're right.
You know, Nick, you really don't look like just a normal run-of-the-mill baker. I'd say you're more like a somewhat articulate run-of-the-mill baker. I think you might even have a knack being a defender.
There's a clear contradiction somewhere in that testimony. I'm going to find it.
Muggs grabbed the girl by the arm. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground.
Hold it!
Muggs was one of the two rogues, is that correct?
Oh, yes, dear. That man, he grabbed the girl by the arm and pulled out a knife.
Oh god, she's having visions. The acid flashback's kicking in. Is something wrong?
Woodstock was wild.
Or was it Robs that grabbed the girl and had the knife?
Huh?
Oh, dear. Now, let's see. Muggs was the short one and Robs was the... No. I think it was the other way around.
Oh, goat abuse!
Well, it doesn't really matter which one was which now, does it?
Let my goat go!
Let my goat friend go.
That's all well and good, but I was kind of hoping you'd testify about the lantern.
Honorable witness, please continue with your testimonies.
I have to okay. So chat was like, your voice is too high. You have to make her sassier and more British. So we're gonna try to be sassy and British.
I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, those two villainous men burst into flames. My goodness.
Exactly whose cry did you hear?
Well, it was the accused. It was a Spellov's voice, of course.
And did you get a good look at Miss
diary.
Cantabella's face?
Yes, I mean, she was carrying that huge lantern after all.
You're only sure because all the other witnesses just finished saying they saw her with the lantern.
There's no tracing in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used.
Just one man. I don't know how to do the voice you want, friends.
Isn't it a bit premature to assume it was magic?
What an absurd statement.
Say what?
Oh, think about it. Knives are engulfed in the flames in the blink of an eye. The blink of an eye. There was not a single trace of any other fire source to be found in the area. Not a trace. Did
I hear that right? I think I just found a contradiction in this testimony.
Let's do this thing, Nick. Hurry up and present something. Hit him with the good old decisive evidence.
Isabella was carrying a lantern at the time of the murder. That fact definitely contradicts a certain witness's testimony.
That's right, but even if we know the contradiction is, where do we go from there? I mean, what can we do? We're just a couple of bakers after all.
No, Maya, I think you're wrong.
Huh?
I don't know why, but I feel like I know how to do this. If you're going to speak up in court, there's only one thing that people will listen to, and that's evidence.
Oh, I thought it was going to be yelling.
Yelling loudly.
And smashing your desk. I just have to try and present evidence whenever there's a contradiction in one of their testimonies.
Okay, Nick, let's give their testimonies another listen.
Oh, blood Catan!
So, fun fact, the untranslated games in the past that are not translated with Phoenix Wright also have multiple witnesses. So this isn't the first time this thing's come about. But it's the first time that it's come to English-speaking things. Really wish fan translation would be out for the older games. Hopefully.
Be interesting. But thanks, Blood Kitten.
Naruhodo.
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 So, where do we find what's this contradiction?
Oh, it's easy. There's not a trace of fire in the area.
Oh.
Lantern Isabella was holding. I mean, that just lines up for me.
Chat actually says this is the first game. Never mind then.
Nope, this is the origination of it. Huh. Present. I'm going for it.
Yeah, do it. Sender. Get silly.
Objection!
What is the matter, defender?
Maybe I just misread it. Sorry.
Woo! What is this feeling? I just felt the urge to shout out right from the bottom of my lungs while pointing my finger. Objection. I can't help but feel that's a word I've used quite a bit in the past. That's it. I remember now. I remember everything. The Legal League of Attorneys exchange. Ispella's trial. And then that strange book. This feeling. I feel like I can take on the world. Witness!
Oh, what's with the sudden pointing? I'm assumed to be a member of the Honorable Knights of the Inquisition. I accept your challenge. Have at you.
Have you guys seen the Vine where it's like, you're speaking to a future U.S. Army soldier?
No.
Oh, it's that shit though. It's like,
Atypical.
or no, disrespecting. You're disrespecting a future U.S. Army soldier or Marine or something like that.
Soldierine?
Yeah, it's so good.
You say that no fire was present at the scene of the crime, meaning the defendant must have used magic. Unfortunately for you, that is not the case.
What do you mean, Sir Apprentice Baker?
What I mean is that the defendant was, in fact, carrying a lantern containing fire. Those two rogues were actually burned by the flame that was inside that lantern. That is the only logical explanation.
My, what a startling conclusion you've come to, Sir Apprentice Baker.
What do you mean?
The only logical explanation. Do you agree with this statement, honorable witness? It is presumptuous for a man that knows nothing to claim that he knows something about which he really knows nothing.
Oh, so like a live stream. Huh.
Yes.
Besides, how could one teeny tiny flame be strong enough to set the both ablaze like that?
I don't. You of all people should know that goat milk is incredibly flammable. Violently so.
There were two of them. How could the flame engulf them so fast?
I don't know what that is.
You've done this to me, Chet.
Yeah.
It was like Conor McGregor, but he's a little girl.
Furthermore, if they did burn as you claim they did, then does that mean to suggest they were soaked in oil or something?
Oh!
Well, Sir Blue Knight, it would seem you have bitten off more than you can chew.
Ah! I definitely didn't see that coming.
What say you, my lord? Do you have any thoughts on the proceedings thus far?
Given the testimony as we have heard it, this court has come to its conclusion. It was a truly gruesome and merciless act, an act for which only one thing could be held responsible. The nefarious crime of magic.
Hold it!
Wait just a second.
Is there something you have forgotten to mention, Defender?
Not exactly, Your Honor. It's just that, I mean, you just said magic. That can't be right, can it?
What are you suggesting, Sir Apprentice Baker? Witches use magic, which in turn brings about disaster. Such is the way of this world, is it not?
Well, yeah. That may seem to be the case. But no way is that actually possible.
This court finds Espella Cantabella, the accused, charged of being a witch.
Espella, a witch?
A witch's existence in this world is a crime in itself.
The ability to use and control magic is a criminal offense indeed. And as such, any witch found practicing magic will be sentenced to death by fire.
No, you're wrong. I'm not a witch.
Sir Apprentice Baker, I do not envy your current predicament. My lord, hand down your guilty verdict against this witch immediately.
Objection!
But there's no evidence to prove that any magic was really used.
Put a sock in it, bread boy. We all heard the cast the spell.
Huh?
That's right. Snowy and I heard it. Isn't that right, Precious? We heard that incantation quite clearly.
Huh.
That frightening voice. There's no mistaking it. It was a speller's voice.
Ah.
Oh, these ears don't lie. I clearly heard an incantation most sinister. Ignazie it went.
Incantation?
Ignazie?
It's no good. I just can't wrap my head around this topsy-turvy otherworldly court.
Well then, it would seem the defense has no further objections.
It appears so. The court finds the use of magic at the time of the murder to be an undeniable fact. Furthermore, the honorable witnesses have stated that they each heard an incantation being recited. The court finds no reason to delay its verdict any longer.
Nick, we have to do something.
I know, but what exactly can we say? Here in this world, our sense of logic is completely useless.
This court is ready to hand down its verdict for the case of Espella Cantabella.
Hold it.
Oh, shit! It's your boy! Oh!
Oh my god. So,
Oh, wow. Angry
Your
look.
Honor, I request that the court hold its verdict a moment longer.
Oh, the Layton theme. Oh, it's so good.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Get him, man. Hold it.
Something I believe will be of use to the defense. A weapon of sorts.
Oh.
That's the Grand Grimoire. All of this world's magic is contained within its pages. Without it, this trial cannot reach a satisfactory conclusion.
Oh!
The Grand Grimoire.
The grandest of grimoires.
Oh!
We meet again, Mr. Wright. Well now, it seems things are already afoot here. Although the real contest begins now. Are you fully prepared?
So, are you here to help us?
Of course! The professor always helps people in need. It is the duty of every gentleman. Right, Professor?
Professor? There's a saying that I find quite useful in situations such as this.
Don't you dare.
There's a time for words and a time for action. Right. You've been working as a baker in this town up until now, have you not? I must say, I'm a little mystified. I'd have expected you to be more familiar with this world and its system of magic. Ah, yeah. How can I put this? I guess that's not quite the full story. Is that so? I kind of had an epiphany just now. I remembered all sorts of things, like how I'm not actually a baker. And, well, how magic can't really exist. Then it would seem I was correct about you, Mr. Wright. You are not, in fact, a citizen of this town. Is that correct? Right. At least it seems that way. However, for now, we have no option but to accept this world and its rules as a reality. Without first understanding those rules, I'm afraid you will not be able to save Miss Cantabella. But things like magic only exist in fairy tales and make-believe. I'm afraid, Mr. Wright, it would seem magic does in fact exist in this world. Such a truth cannot be denied. Indeed. That is why the Grand Grimoire is a weapon well suited for this witch trial. At the moment, you are tantamount to a knight without a sword. Oh.
He's so cool.
I feel more like an attorney without a chance, actually.
Got him!
Right then, Mr. Wright. I'll explain how the Grand Grimoire works. Have a look at the touch screen. There you'll see the Grand Grimoire button. Touching the Grand Grimoire button will open up the Grand Grimoire.
You will be able to present spells from the Grand Grimoire in much the same way you would present evidence. This book will surely be a most important asset for us in this trial.
Oh, that reminds me. I've gone ahead and bookmarked the spell Ignace for you.
Summons a circle of flame within a 1 meter radius of the caster, requires an incantation and a scepter to cast.
She didn't have a scepter.
She didn't have no scepter. Ignace? That's the magic spell of the witness said they heard, right? Nick, you should take a look at that spell.
All I have to do is touch the Grand Grimoire button, eh? So cool.
The defender has been given more than enough time. It would seem this trial has reached its end.
Is that understood, Sir Apprentice Baker? This case is quite straightforward, with very little room for doubt.
It does sound like a D&D player's handbook, Ian.
D&D! The witness's testimony, coupled with the illustration of the time of the murder, makes it quite clear that what must have occurred. The murder was a result of magic, and furthermore, the caster of said magic was none other than the accused. That, Sir Apprentice Baker, is the truth. Best you go back to baking, for I believe your days in the courtroom have crumbled.
Ah. Oh, that was a good one.
Is everything okay, Mr. Wright?
Yes.
It would seem that photographs do not exist in this world.
Photos don't exist. I guess that makes sense. Ye old time period and all.
The sketch drawn by the court illustrator. Therein lies your final chance, Mr. Wright.
My final chance?
I understand the witnesses have already finished their testimony. However, if you could perhaps find a clear contradiction within this illustration.
There's another contradiction. In that case, there's still hope that I can turn this around.
Turn it around.
Mr. Wright, you have to hurry. Look, the judge.
Oh my god.
He looks ready to deliver his verdict any second now.
This is it. This is my last chance. What should I do? Hey, giving up seems like a solid choice right about now.
And there's no shield, so I don't know what it would do. I wonder how it would loop back.
1 second, Your Honor.
We'll find out. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, the Maya's really cute.
No. It's confidence save.
The defense requests permission to have another look at the court illustration.
Yeah. We're so confident we just needed a quick save, you know?
I think there might be a contradiction in there.
We're bringing back the confidence saves. I like it. I like it.
You are already out of time. All testimony and evidence given thus far has been proven to be accurate.
Oh, get him. I wouldn't be so sure, Inquisitor Barnum. There's just one thing you've overlooked. A piece of evidence within this book. Le Grand Grimoire.
Absurd. I overlooked something? You are the defender here. You should have examined the tome earlier.
I didn't know I had the option. You're right. I should have. But unfortunately, I was nothing but a simple baker until just now.
That's pretty weird. Interesting, though. You've certainly begun to show your true colors, Sir Blue Knight. Have at ye! Let us see what type of knight you truly are. Have at you!
The defender will now show us the supposed contradiction. The court illustration and the Grand Grimoire.
Oh, sorry. Somewhere there's a contradiction between those two, and I've got to find it. This is my last chance.
Defender, use this magnifying glass to locate the point of relevance. Then reveal to the court the location of this contradiction.
It's got to be the bucket, right?
I was thinking the bucket, because the
You
lantern...
get your hand in there. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I think a little down.
I think this is like...
Okay, that'll be good. Yep. Oh, yep. Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah.
Got it. The contradiction is here.
Oh, the hand of the accused. She appears to be holding a milk bucket.
Yes, but that milk bucket was said to have vanished from the crime scene. It's quite possible that there's an important reason behind its disappearance.
Inquisitor Barnum, what are your thoughts on this?
It is quite mysterious indeed, my lord. However, the Inquisition believes it bears no relation to this case. Forest wolves simply came and stole the bucket, nothing more.
Oh, shoot.
Maybe it's her other hand?
I guess so.
Let us not dwell on the milk bucket for the time being, Mr. Wright. Rather, we should consider any information within the Grand Grimoire that might lead us to a contradiction.
We did say, okay.
Our new piece of evidence. Maybe we should have a look at it. I just have to touch the Grand Grimoire button. My apologies, Your Honor. Please give me one more chance.
Granted, but be warned, you're running out of chances, Defender. The Defender will now show us the supposed contradiction.
Oh, I see. Cool.
Illustration of Grand Grimoire. So it is her other hand, right?
But no, I didn't realize there's actually the Grand Grimoire button in this scene. So click on that, or can you? Yeah.
No, it's nothing to do with it. It just requires a scepter to cast. Circle of flame within 1 meter radius requires an incantation and a scepter. I guess. Okay, so here's the thing, right? She's holding the milk bucket in her hand, so that's that. But this hand is technically empty.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah. All right. Now silence.
The contradiction is right here.
The hand of the accused. She seems to be holding a lantern. But what is
your point?
According to this tome, using the spell Ignaze requires the use of a witch's scepter, as well as an incantation. Isn't that right?
Correct. For witches to use magic, they must be in possession of a witch's scepter, also known as a Talia Magica.
Talia
Magica.
If that's the case, then there's one thing that doesn't add up. Take another look at Miss Cantabella's hands. Tell me, do you see the witch's scepter in either of her hands?
I agree, Noble Griffin.
There we go. Now let's see you point that sword at me now.
You did it, Mr. Wright. But wasn't that contradiction just a little too obvious?
You may be right, Luke. It would certainly appear that the good Inquisitor is taking his particular oversight rather too well.
That is correct, Sir Apprentice. But you should not underestimate me. This is perhaps your first time seeing this item, is it not?
What?
Right here is the very scepter you mentioned. One of the witnesses found it tossed in the shrubbery on the side of the pass.
Yes, indeed. That was I located it. My feet found themselves ensnared and blasted thing, and it sent me flying through the air.
Somehow, I'm not surprised to hear you fell, Gramps.
This scepter does seem to carry a most sinister air.
Indeed, my lord. However, this scepter will only work while in the hands of a witch, with the incantation being said aloud.
That's too bad. I want to try lighting some stuff on fire.
Oh my god. Maya, please don't look at me when you say that.
You see, there are two magic gems set in this scepter.
I thought it was like a sword that pierced through. Magic gems. Looks like a red gem and a white gem.
These gems each contain a particular magic spell. By simply looking at these magic gems, one can easily determine which magic spell can be used.
Nick, quick, look at this page.
It's the white gem spell. Oh, never mind.
Okay, summon a circle of flame within 1 meter radius of the caster. Requires an incantation and a scepter to cast. Okay, yeah, the stone, I see. Is that the red magic gem?
Indeed, the red gem you see here is the spell Ignaze. And, if you look carefully, you should notice that this scepter also has one more spell that can be used.
One more spell? That must be the white gem.
Mr. Wright, I found it! Here's the spell for the white magic gem.
Vanishing. Causes anything caster touches to vanish from sight. Simply chanting Amer will make it reappear.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Cool.
Interdastic.
Yeah.
Causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. Ugh.
I see you managed to work it out in that crusty head of yours.
That's just... It can't be. The reason the witch's scepter couldn't be seen is because the magic spell Dimere and man made it disappear. The fuck is that? Oh my god.
Oh, that's right. In other words, the accused conjured a cowardly spell to camouflage her own use of magic.
No. No way!
Order. Inquisitor Barnum, please submit the scepter into evidence.
Objection!
Hold it, please.
Is there a problem, Sir Baker?
Okay, I understand this is a witch's scepter. I do. However, whether or not the scepter was in Miss Cantabelle's possession has not yet been proven.
What are you talking about, Sir Apprentice Baker?
Isn't it obvious? I'm talking about fingerprints.
Oh, no way.
Supposing Miss Cantabella did in fact handle this witch's scepter, then her fingerprints should still be on it. Oh dear, this is gonna be a foreign...
Cricket.
What's with this silence?
You said fingerprints. Inquisitor Barnum, tell me, just what is this Baker blabbering about?
I haven't the slightest clue, my lord. It is the Baker's first time in court, after all.
Huh.
I'm afraid it's no use, Mr. Wright. In this world, it would seem the concept of fingerprinting does not yet exist.
What? I can't believe it.
As I have said already, best you head back to the bakery, lest you continue to serve this court more of your half-baked ideas.
You need to stop. They're about as half-baked as your terrible puns, Barnum.
Hey, what's up, Purple Cat? What's up? My crush.
Forensic science does not exist here. Instead, this is a world in which witches and magic are accepted as fact. Truly fascinating. A magic scepter needed to cast spells. Available spells depend on the magic gems. What the heck? There are just way too many things I don't know about this world. Mr. Wright, I believe you may be able to take these things you don't know and use them to your advantage. Huh?
The Inquisition believes there is no room for debate on this matter. The accused clearly attempted to conceal her magic. Better luck next time, Sir Apprentice Baker. Mayhap your next loaf will not leave such a bitter taste in our mouths. Now then, my lord, I believe it is time I ask that you render your unwavering verdict.
Objection.
Oh! Objection. Pardon the interruption. May I have a word, Inquisitor Barnum?
What's that? Who might you be?
My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a friend of the accused. Inquisitor Barnum, please allow me to confirm what you believe happened on the night of the crime. You claim the witch's scepter was made to disappear through the use of magic. Is that correct?
Indeed. Through the magic spell Dimere.
If possible, would you mind providing proof of this particular claim?
What?
You claim the scepter was not seen. Indeed, that is one possibility. However, a wise man must always consider every possibility. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? Can the Inquisition fulfill the request presented by the gentleman with the unusual hat?
Yo, Zero!
Detective, there's a pool of the killer's blood. Ugh, gross. Clean it up. Now then, back to my hut. And that's credit to John Mulaney. Thank you, Zero.
Thanks,
and John
Zero.
Mulaney.
Thank you. Hey, Ryga! Thank you.
Come on, Nick. Maya needs your help, and you're just loafing around.
Thank you.
It's good.
It's good.
How the Inquisition unusual hat?
The Inquisition cannot honor this request for proof. If you are asserting that the accused is not a witch, then the burden of proof lies at the feet of the defender.
Come on. It's the Inquisition's job to prove that a crime was committed. As I thought. Indeed, it would appear the accepted method of thinking in this world differs greatly from our own.
How regrettable, Sir Apprentice Baker. And you, Sir Dark Hat.
I'd say he's on a roll, says Rainy Days.
That was good.
Whoa!
Wow.
Inquisitor Barnum, sir, should you require it, I stand ready to lend my testimony.
Would anyone care to purchase any pre-testimony flowers? I've got a lovely array of bewitching lilies. Snowy and I will not be dismissed so easily. We came here to just expose the identity of this witch. Isn't that right, Precious?
The witch's scepter, you say? Yes, I know of a scepter. Allow me to elucidate the matter. Elucidate the matter.
Elucidate.
Elucidate the matter.
What do you think, Inquisitor Barnum? Your witnesses appear to have something to say on the subject.
Very well. Most honorable witnesses, I grant your request to testify once more. Tell the court all you know regarding this Talia Magica.
Talia Magica.
Talia Magica.
Oh.
Or Talia.
Well, we've somehow managed to keep the trial going. I owe you, Sir Dark Hat. Please, Mr. Wright. Mr. Layton will suffice for the time being.
That was inside his head. How did you
know? Phoenix always speaks like outside. His inner thoughts somehow just bleed out into the world. I think he's like secretly telepathic or something.
About Talia Magica. When I saw her, the witch was carrying a large milk bucket in one hand and a lantern in the other.
the lantern hanging from her wrist. Her hand was contorted with in a strange way. I got a good look at her hand, and it looked, for certain that she was gripping something.
The witch was holding a scepter in her right hand. She did not drop it once before she was apprehended.
Ah, excellent.
I see. The accused hand was contorted in a strange way. I do believe this is quite an important piece of testimony.
I saw it. I most certainly did. She was holding an invisible scepter. We saw it too. The girl up there, without a doubt.
Oh, I as well, these old eyes don't see as well as they used to, but I witnessed a hazy, blurry form of the accused quite clearly.
Don't tell the... Don't tell the court you're blind.
My eyesight is as sharp as the edge of this trusty blade that's flopping around.
A toy sword. How fascinating. Although I wonder if he understands the implications of that analogy on his vision.
I saw the invisible thing. It was invisible, but it was visible. Nice, Caitlin.
Sir Baker, you may proceed with your interrogation.
Mr. Layton's giving me another chance. I can't let it go to waste.
So freaking cool with those swords, man.
When I saw her, the witch was carrying a large milk bucket in one hand and a lantern in the other.
Hold it!
The large lantern you mentioned is this one, correct?
There is no mistaking it. That fiendish form with its case darker than the darkest of nights, and that was the lantern.
It's just a normal lantern.
What is this? Seeing the glass is shattered. And there seems to be a sizable amount of mud stuck to it. On closer inspection, it appears the mud is stuck to the broken sections of glass. Most intriguing.
So then, when exactly did the lantern get mud all over it?
By the way, witness, you also saw a milk bucket, is that right?
Indeed, I would bet my sword on it.
And yet, that milk bucket mysteriously vanished from the scene of the crime.
How many times must I say it, Sir Apprentice Baker? The problem is the black lantern.
The girl had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Her hand was contorted in a strange way.
She had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Are you sure?
Of course we're sure. If that wasn't it, then how else would the girl manage to hold her invisible scepter?
Ma'am, please, just testify about what you actually saw.
We just said what it was we saw. Isn't that right, Snowy?
Later, Caitlin.
Indeed, a handle as wide as this could be easily hung from the accused's small wrist.
Yes, that's what we were telling you. Isn't that right, Mummy's little snowball? Oh.
Such a sad note.
It's no good. They're all bent on assuming Espella was holding that scepter.
It seems it may be best not to pursue this particular line of questioning any further.
Well, that's just super. Thanks for asking.
I got a good look at her hand, and it looked for certain that she was gripping something.
Hold it!
I wonder if it's going to be that the lantern couldn't have fallen off of your holding.
Exactly.
No.
What exactly was the defendant gripping?
It was, that's right. It was something cane-like. What is it called? A witch's scepter? Yes, it was definitely that.
Objection!
Whoa. Wait, Miss Kira. You didn't actually see it, did you?
Witness. This cane-like object, was it perhaps roughly this size?
Oh, why yes! It was exactly that size.
It's no good. They're all bent on assuming Espella was holding that scepter.
It seems it may be best not to pursue this particular line of questioning any further.
Well, that's just super.
Wow. The witch was holding a scepter in her right hand. She did not drop it once before she was apprehended.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. There was no way for you to see this invisible scepter, was there?
Well, now that's common sense, boy. One cannot see what is not there to be seen.
In that case, there was also no way you could tell whether or not she might have dropped the scepter.
But, well, these old eyes of mine homed in on her hand like a hawk until they couldn't see straight. The young lady was most certainly holding an invisible scepter in her right hand while at the same time also carrying the lantern. Or do you perhaps possess some pieces of evidence which would suggest that she dropped the scepter?
There hasn't been any evidence so far suggesting Espella was holding the scepter. Evidence suggesting the scepter was dropped. Now that's an interesting idea. Huh? If Espella did not have the scepter in her hand, it would have been impossible for her to use any magic. Well, yeah, that's true. I don't suppose. Might there be a piece of evidence that could prove this? Something to prove that Espella was not holding the scepter at the time of the murder. In other words, evidence to show that even if Espella had been holding the scepter, she would have dropped it. Is everything all right, Mr.
Ian,
Wright?
do not watch Crucible.
The truth about what happened in that brief instance will likely decide Espella's fate. I have to do everything I can to find a contradiction in these testimonies. Guess I should take another look at the court record.
We got him!
Oh, that's funny. We don't have the court record.
Or that picture that we used to have.
Ooh.
Look at that pretty staff.
It's pretty.
All right.
Yeah.
Was holding, glasses broken. All right.
Objection!
Whew. There is a high probability that Miss Cantabella was not holding that scepter. But if, for the sake of argument, she had been holding it, she would have undoubtedly have dropped it at the time of the incident.
What do you mean?
What I mean, Inquisitor Barnum, is that this lantern proves the defendant was not holding the scepter.
Objection!
What foolishness are you spouting, Sir Apprentice Baker? The lantern's handle was around the accused wrist.
Meaning she could have held the scepter? I'm afraid that's not the problem here, Inquisitor Barnum. The problem is with the broken glass, and the mud plastered all over it.
What?
The rain had just ended as the murder was taking place. That would make the path fairly muddy, don't you agree? When the thieves grabbed Miss Cantabella by the arm, the lantern must have fallen into the mud.
The lantern fell into the mud?
Why, of course. That makes sense, doesn't it? My little snowy wowie.
Well, what do you say, Inquisitor Barnum? If she was holding the scepter at that time, that would mean that when she dropped the lantern, the scepter would have fallen along with it.
What's going on? Inquisitor Barnum seems speechless.
That defender's managed to turn the thing around. Even though he's just some baker.
No, wait, the witch of the compasses, they're just trying to trick you.
But that... Just what is this?
One moment, please. Please. Everyone, please listen. Didn't we all just stand here and explain to the court that what we clearly saw? It's a lantern, so what? What's so special about it? Explain it to me so I can understand.
So that you can understand? I mean, it's pretty obvious just by looking at it.
Mr. Wright.
What is it, Mr. Layton?
There's something about this witness.
Oh man, we
knew it!
At the very beginning. The very beginning.
Miss Kira, was it? Tell me, Miss Kira. How good is your eyesight exactly?
Huh?
As you just heard Mr. Wright explain, the answer to your query is quite obvious. at a glance. Tell me, are you able to see the mud present on this lantern?
Mud? What mud? What are you talking about?
Ooh, where's her voice gone?
Oh! Your Honor, did you hear that just now? Oh, yes, indeed. What does it mean exactly? It means that Miss Kira's poor eyesight is the reason she cannot see the mud present on this lantern. In other words, the validity of Miss Kira's testimony is questionable at best.
Well,
Right for the wrong reasons.
I mean,
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this?
What say you in your defense?
Witness, I highly recommend you give us nothing but the truth.
she has poor eyesight. Burn her!
I'm sorry, Inquisitor Barnum. It's true. I need to wear glasses all the time, in fact.
You need to wear glasses.
Aha! Now that you mention it, I did notice something odd about you yesterday.
Ahoy! I thought that you looked familiar. Gone is the mist of the cloud that did my mind in this place and the clarity of it all. Fair maiden, a pair of spectacles are as valuable as a shield to a knight. Make haste and procure another pair.
And now then, Miss Kira, tell me, the time of the incident, were you wearing your glasses?
She looks super cute in glasses.
I was thinking that, yeah.
No, I was not wearing them. The truth is, I lost my glasses a couple days ago.
You lost them.
So, her glasses were missing during the time of the incident.
Mr. Wright, might I recommend that you keep a note of this fact? It could prove useful later.
Got it! Glasses. Kira's poor eyesight and wears glasses, but she lost them a few days before the incident.
Am I to believe there is nothing left to prove on this matter? At the time of the murder, the accused did not have a witch's scepter in her possession.
Just wait a moment. Snowy and I have much more left to say.
Please, no.
That's right. My trusty sword of justice shall cut through this witch's treacherous lies.
Oh my god, she's so cute. Look at her little glasses.
She's a witch, I say.
I may have lost my glasses, but I haven't lost my will to testify.
Whoa!
Eureka, you remember that old age has a way of sneaking up on me. I'm sure you must understand.
Yeah, I understand. I understand you're all completely ridiculous.
It would seem we have not yet arrived at a clear-cut verdict. Witnesses, you may once again begin to testify to the court. Tell us about the scepter and how it was used in the detestable display of witchcraft that you all witnessed tonight.
About the Talia Magica continued.
That girl was not holding the scepter in the same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand.
The accused is holding a milk bucket in the other court illustration, but what is to say she wasn't holding the scepter in that hand as well? That milk bucket is lighter than it looks. Even Snowy could carry it. She could have easily held the scepter as well.
I did not see this milk bucket. Everything felt like an illusion.
The scepter was in her other hand, you say? Indeed, such a proposal is feasible. Sir Baker.
Yes, Your Honor.
It is the strangest thing. The longer this trial goes on, the more you begin to resemble a legitimate defender.
Huh.
Well, no matter. Defender, you may begin your interrogation.
The girl was not holding the scepter in the same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand.
Hold it!
But did you actually see that with your own eyes?
Alas, magic vile embrace hid the scepter from my sight, so I did not see it per se. However, through my years of knightly training, I've learned to see through such cunning trickery.
Is that so?
For example, this morning I found myself unable to locate the whereabouts of my trusty blade. Its location was a mystery. So I tried my hardest to think and remember where I would have kept it last. And before long, behold, it transpired I was carrying my trusty blade in its scabbard all along. Life is riddled with such trickery.
Would you say life is riddled with trickery, Nick?
Only if we're talking about my life, Maya.
The accused is holding a milk bucket in the court illustration. Who's to say she wasn't also holding a scepter in that hand?
Hold it!
The court illustration. That's right. Judging by this sketch alone, it does look possible for her to have held the scepter. Really?
What? I thought it was the opposite.
However, if you actually try holding that thing, you'll notice just how thick it is. There's no way she could have been holding it.
That is nothing more than mere speculation. You cannot say for certain she was unable to hold it.
You say speculation. I say it's a fact. There's just no way Spella could have been holding that thing.
As expected, this testimony is filled with nothing but assumptions and conjecture.
Mr. Layton.
You know, Mr. Wright, there does not appear to be any usable evidence present in the court illustration.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, I agree. It does look that way. The milk bucket ended up disappearing from the scene. Could that actually be an important piece of evidence in itself?
That milk bucket is lighter than it looks. Even Snowy could carry it. So she could have easily held the scepter as well.
Hold it!
Just 1 second, Miss Mary.
What is it now? Snowy and I don't have all night, you know. Come on then, out with it.
I just have one question regarding your testimony. How exactly did you know that the bucket Miss Cantabella was carrying was light enough for Snowy to carry?
Oh, you see, the girl always uses the same bucket whenever she comes to buy milk from us. Naturally, I would have seen that bucket countless of times before.
You've seen it countless times before. That doesn't answer my question. You specifically said that bucket is lighter than it looks. Miss Mary, at some point tonight, you must have held that bucket yourself.
Oh!
Now then, please enlighten us as to exactly when you got your hands on the bucket.
It's true. By that time, Robs and mugs had already been burnt to ash. And then I noticed the milk in that bucket and that girl had been holding in her hand.
The milk?
Then, when those two went up in a blaze, Snowy and I made a dash for the bucket. As the girl stood there looking confused, we took the milk from her to make sure it was okay.
Huh.
Unbelievable. Witness, you.
Well, it was just so wasteful, the thought of all that disgusting ash falling into such precious milk. I felt like I just had to protect the milk, so I took the bucket back to the farm with me.
Madam, do you mean to tell the court that you took evidence from a crime scene back home with you?
That explains why we were unable to locate the milk bucket at the scene.
It's pretty morbid, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh my, you're scaring poor Snowy. Here, I brought the bucket with me. See, I didn't even tamper with the milk.
I'm sure you didn't.
The court shall accept this milk bucket as evidence.
The milk bucket Spella was carrying at the time of the crime, Mary brought it back to her farm.
Oh, you know what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like that's one more piece of evidence for us.
Wait, it also didn't, what's it called? The image in the picture was wrong then.
Yep.
Now, will the gentleman with the impressive beard proceed with his testimony?
I will.
I did not see this bucket. Everything felt like an illusion.
Well, might as well press it.
Hold it!
You didn't see the bucket.
Indeed, naturally, there was no way for me noting the witch before the crime occurred. My mind was placid as the most placid of placid lakes.
Lake Placid?
But like the early bird on its morning hunt for that elusive worm, my senses remained vigilant.
You do realize the other witnesses have all testified to having seen Miss Cantabella carrying that bucket, though.
And when you have journeyed as far as I have through life, you find all is it but an illusion. That is, except for the Lord Storyteller, of course.
That's it for the testimony. Still, something is bound to be there. I can't believe Mary took the bucket home with her.
I forget his voice.
This Mary must be one of those thieving forest wolves we've been hearing about.
Let us hope that she does not eat like a wolf as well. Luke, for Snowy's sake.
Strange lines.
I've got this new piece of evidence, but the question is, how can I use it?
You know, looking at this milk bucket now, it does look sort of different from the sketch, don't you think?
It might be a good idea to get a nice good look at the actual milk bucket.
Looking at the milk bucket where we keep all of our milk.
Well, same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand.
Like it is, it fits there, but I wouldn't.
It was not holding the scepter in the same as lantern, which means she must have held it in her other hand. Hold on, there was one.
Yeah.
The milk bucket in the court illustration, who's to say she wasn't also holding the scepter in that hand?
Because it's impossible
I think
based
it's this
on
one.
this milk bucket.
Well, go to the next one as well, what she says. Let's see them all.
Lighter than it looks. Even Snowy could carry it, so she could have easily held the scepter. Oh, as well.
Yeah. I think that one fits the most for me because it's like, she says, who's to say? And yeah. Because she says, who's to say that she wasn't holding it? That's not what we're going to use an item, so I feel like the who's, whatever.
I'm
also
to say.
holding.
I'm to say you can't.
Yeah. So she could have easily held the scepter as well, and I presented this. It's not about the weight.
So here's the reason why I don't like this one.
Sure.
This one specifically addresses the weight of the bucket, so she could have easily held the scepter as well. Oh, sorry. But this one addresses the court illustration where it shows the rope of the bucket, and who's to say she wasn't also holding a scepter in that hand?
Yeah, that's fair.
So it does both. Either one could be correct.
Yeah.
I feel better about this one.
Yeah.
Objection!
All of your testimonies have come to the same conclusion.
Only if you can present it anywhere, actually.
The scepter was not in her right hand with the lantern. Therefore, it must have been in her other hand that was holding the bucket. That's a story for tomorrow.
For tomorrow, you mad
Sorry, by
lad!
tomorrow, I mean Wednesday.
Wednesday? Oh my God, yeah, okay. So everybody, we're gonna find out if we were right or if we were wrong on Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Be there. And tonight we got Recoded. I got these up on the board. So I'll talk to the people. Talk to them.
Hi. Not tomorrow, sorry.
Hi.
What's on Tuesday? Oh, we'll see. Hi.
My name's NyanDroid.
Just killed 270
I'm here to
people.
talk to you today about my crippling addiction to water. I need it in order to live.
Whoa, man. That's the. You don't need it to live, man. You're powerful without it.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
You think I can do it?
Yeah.
I just don't know if I have the willpower, man.
Your reliance on it is really, really hurting you.
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
seems that every day I need to drink like 2 to 3 mason jars of water. That's a lot. Sometimes I
of
drink
water,
up to
man.
5 or 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, have you seen what water does to metal?
Oh my
It makes it rust.
What?
Imagine what it's doing to your insides.
Oh no! You think my insides are rusty?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh man, do you think I got rust butt?
I think you do.
Got the
Oh
rust butt.
frick!
Yeah.
There's no music or anything.
No, it's.
Okay.
All right. Well, I can just no.
Oh, it could be an idle statement. Interesting.
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 So I picked the only one that was wrong.
What a great game, though,
It's
man.
so good. I was
so
actually curious
hyped
when we were going to come
Layton
back
come
to because we were like in Professor Layton's world in a sense. So I was interested when we were going to come back to.
Yeah, no one ever expects the Inquisition, that's for sure.
Rusty, crusty AS.
No. So it was neato. It was neato. So until we see you at 3:30 in about an hour. Ciao, ciao.
What a good game.
Yeah.
See you Wednesday, 12:30 as well for more Layton, Professor Layton, Ace Attorney.
Soon.
Bye.
Bye. I love you. Goodbye. Bro, you remember when that chick got burned alive?
I do.
It was terrifying.
She actually got more baked alive.
She actually did, which is terrifying in itself.
It's like a big Dutch oven or something.